Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sleepy and welcome back to Danganronpa. Trigger, Happy, Havoc. So, we have two victims, Taka and Hifumi, and let us investigate this first. The hammers of all different sizes hanging on the wall, although some are more like mallets. Mallets? Could the justice hammers have been designed using these as a model? Either way, all the hammers here have obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait. For some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all, and it's wet. Did someone wash it recently? Spotless hammer has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. Okay. Hifumi's big cold body is laying on the floor. His really big body. I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move something so big? From the nurse's office, where he was discovered, to here, the repository. All the way from the first floor to the third, and all without anyone noticing it. How the hell? It's no good. I just don't get it. I can't think about it later. For now, I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling something's different? Something with Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus this right now. That's it, his glasses. When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. I would have never noticed that. But now they're completely clean. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? But who would do that and why? Hifumi's glasses has been added. Now let's get with Taka. Taka, he'll never move again. According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a blow to the head. We found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? And there's a tarp laid out under his body. The killer used his body to move Taka, to use the tarp to move Taka's body, and dumb again. That way, there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved. Blue tarp. Okay. There's definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from inside the repository. The door didn't see any way to lock it from the art room. It's a dolly. It doesn't have a handle. I saw this in the art room before. I guess it's used to move statues around. It's kinda awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. But wait. Wasn't this in the equipment room where we found Taka's body? Haha, I knew it! And look at the wheel. There's a bloodstain on it. So there is blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that? Repository dolly has been added. Can I go now? Yeah, I know. What's the problem? Okay, what have you to say? There are many aspects to this incident, to the incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened.
So then,
would you like me to help? Fine. Yeah, let's look back on things. This morning, only 4 of us met up at the dining hall. Hina, Kyoko, you, and myself. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up, so we decided to go look for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search. And soon after that, we split up. Kyoko disappeared. After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor. And quickly came, got you and me. According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her, meaning just after 7 o'clock. Based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. It was Robo Justice. It also became clear that this his Robo Justice had dragged Hifumi away. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the costumed assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the second floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the first floor, then resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office. Okay, I think the joke wore out a couple of episodes ago with the... I'm just gonna read normally now. What's wrong? I saw a shadow, something moving at the top of the stairs. Based on Celeste's claims, we went back up onto the second floor, where we split up again and began searching. Then, right after that, Celeste screamed. This time, she had apparently been seen a suspect on the third floor. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way into the third floor. Celeste, what's wrong? I'm yawning, sorry. That was a rather intense scream for someone like you, okay? I read that already, thank you very much. And then... Oh. Okay. We read that already, I'm gonna skip that. At that point, we decided to split up into two groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect up on the third floor. And when we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi's corpse. There's also when we heard the body discovery announcement play. I left Celeste and Hina alone and headed back to the third floor to tell the others what had happened. However, but at the same time, we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room, which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time. Because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka. Let me drink a sip. Now that's when I showed up and told you and the Byakuya that Hifumi had been killed, right? Then you, me and Byakuya all headed back to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. But as soon as we had left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who just arrived to tell us something very unusual. Yeah, their body had disappeared, fine. We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that his corpse was in fact gone. Then we remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the equipment room. This can't be happening, yada yada yada. This time, Taka's body had disappeared. So from there, we began our search for both of the missing bodies, and after some time, Celeste told us she had found the bodies in the hall headed to the repository. And there were rediscovered two bodies that had apparently vanished. That brings us up to now. However, looking back, things have certainly been very active. If you want to look back at this case again, just let me know.
So,
Hey, Makoto, I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository. Oh, what is it? After Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together.
But...
And we came right to the repository too, you know, look around. But when we got here, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside. It was locked. And we came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could find us here. So if that's true, then who locked it? And why is it unlocked now? I wondered the same thing. Me too! Actually, me too. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There might be some secret lurking in there, but I'll probably have to leave the area to figure it out. Yeah. My alter ego says yeah as well. The second voice in my head, you know. The door can only be locked from inside the repository, which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura both confirmed that the door was locked after the search for the bodies began. And the door was designed so that it can only be locked from the inside, the repository. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. Makes sense. So, that certain someone, Hina claims that there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. Was it the killer who's still roaming free, or was it one of the victims? Repository door has been added. Can I leave now, please? Oh yeah, I forgot about you, Byakuya. Byakuya, do you think Hiro really did it? I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attackers and murderers and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died, yeah, he said Hiro's name.
So in other words,
then there's no room to suspect anyone else. Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see. I mean, he is kinda dumb. But do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
what?
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case? Well, no, there are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies? They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation. But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is why they bother killing two people. What? Because all the rule says is, if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your number one priority is not getting caught. But killing two people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out.
I see.
Hold on. Perhaps... I see. So that's what that means. Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends. What's the attitude? But you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he'd figured something out. But if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was? There's gotta be some clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check somewhere else. There are some places I already know about. First, the nurse's office, where Fumi was found, then the equipment room where Taka was found. Yes. Please. Now let's go to the equipment room first. It was this way, right? Because it's closer than the other one. What's up with you? I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away. I'm super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event. Yeah, that's the phrases of the thing. There's some kind of mark on the ground. There's a pool of blood in the middle of the room. That reminds me. About the dolly in the repository. The blood on his tie. Could that blood come from here? Which could mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room in the repository using the dolly. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that should definitely have been possible. Thank you very much. But even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with the dolly there, no way. Even with dolly, there's no way to get up to the 3rd floor. That's a total mystery. Now the hammer... Just as hammer fall, the weapon that was used to kill Taka. The body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left here. There's not much else but this, right? Huh? It's tarp. Oh yeah, okay, I'm done here, apparently. Okay, that went fast. I love the music in this game, it's so awesome. Let's move! Oh, wait. Okay. rec room. Let's first go downstairs and do the nurse's office. This way. So, Celeste? What are you investigating, Celeste? I am not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I'm simply going around seeing if Hero might be hiding somewhere. What about you? Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body.
Let's see.
How Hifumi was moved, eh? When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Yes, indeed.
Correct. Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. And when you got back, the body was gone. We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So then the serial killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time.
Indeed.
It would seem so. To carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple of minutes is... I can't think of it as anything less than impossible. Celeste's account has been added. Yeah, I think she's lying. Either she and Hina are the people, like the culprits, or they did something else. Justice Hammer 3, the one that was used to kill Hifumi. Someone moved the body but left a weapon behind. What's that? It's just a normal trash can. Wait, there's something inside. It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's a glass cleaning cloth. And it's got some kind of cartoon character on it. But it's covered in blood.
Oh!
Ah, did you find something? Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash. A cleaning cloth. And it's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. But who would need to do something like that? I haven't the slightest idea. Yeah, me either. But I think it might be important. Yeah, because the glasses were cleaned. Okay, that's a camera. I had the hammer already. Fridge? A refrigerator. I wonder if there's anything to drink inside. After everything I've been through, I'm totally parched. Maybe just a quick peek. There's a bunch of blood packets in there for blood transfusions, I guess. It doesn't help me though, I'm not a vampire. Okay, that's it. So this is where you were. I've been looking for you. You have? I wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant it, and not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. You should go to Hero's room. Oh, and let me give you this. Give me the dining hall. This is the note Hero wrote to get us all to meet up, alright? You remember well. Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an impression.
It's all clear now.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap. What is? What is? Things grow even more exciting. What are you talking about? I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Yasuhiro's message. So he said to go to Hero's room, but what's waiting for me there? A mystery afoot. Let's go to Yasuhiro's room. Kyoko, Taka, Makoto, Mondo, Sayaka, Toko, Chihiro, Celeste, Juko, Sakura, Aoi, Leon. Of course, it's this fucking second to last one. The door is unlocked. I guess I can go inside. Byakuya did say to go look. It might not be a great idea, but I'm gonna take the plunge. This is Hero's room. There's all kinds of weird stuff in here. Where did he get it all from? More importantly, he still hasn't turned up. Which means he can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right? Start with the bathroom. I soundlessly checked the bathroom. There's nothing in here. It's pretty grungy though. How does a bathroom even get this dirty? Okay, there are boxes, a bed. It's a door, I guess? Wait. Okay. There's something... Was there something on this side? No? Okay. It's an old bat, pretty much as likely as the one in my room. And the boxes. I think there's something in the cardboard box. Oh, this blueprint for something, and some things made out of, it looks like cardboard, plastic and plaster? Is this Robo Justice? It is in Hero's room. Wait, there's blueprints. Something about them bothers me. It's the handwriting. Robo Justice blueprints. It's the handwriting, it's like ugly as shit. Makoto, big news, big news. What's wrong? We found Kyoko. What? Is she okay? Where's she? Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news.
Just a second.
Robo Justice showed up too. Robo Justice? It's Hero wearing the costume.
Okay.
Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the second floor. Do you think Hero and Kyoko could turn up at the same time? Anyway, I have to head to the pool. I ran off to the second floor as fast as I could. Interesting. Yeah, I knew something with that locker was off. Kyoko and... man, I have had the worst day. Hero? Let's start with her.
Right.
I found Hero. He was jammed into the pool room locker. It looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up.
Don't be mean!
I still can't believe you kicked me. You could have been a little more gentle about it. Like, I don't know, caress my face or something.
What?
That's creepy. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared all of a sudden without a trace.
Wow.
There was something I had to check on. What do you mean? Never mind. I can't never mind.
It's nothing.
Never mind.
Hey.
More importantly, she says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know people think she might be spying for the mastermind? First of all, Hero, you need to explain to us why you are dressed like that. I have no idea. 1 second I was asleep, don't even know what happened. Then I woke up, and then I was here. I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me just to look at you.
Huh?
Well,
Let me out of here!
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself?
You got it all wrong!
I didn't make it, stupid. I didn't make the stupid freaking thing. Is Hifumi the... Wait. That would make sense, right? Because Hifumi would be the only one who had the knowledge how to cosplay. If he isn't really dead, we didn't check. Because he opened his eyes, so he might still be alive. He is the only one of this group who may have the knowledge of how to make cosplay. At least as far as we know. And there were like blood reserves in the one refrigerator, so it could not be his blood that splattered over his face. This is why the glasses were cleaned off. And this is why a hero can't take off the suit. Man, I'm a mastermind. But then again, I was that sure last time that Byakuya is the killer, so okay. There is a clasp on the back of it that's keeping it from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him. It took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hero out of the suit. It took a few minutes, but eventually we got all the pieces off. Phew, free at last. Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hero?
So then...
More to the point, nobody but Hero would be able to wear that costume. Wait. What? Hold on a sec.
Honestly.
Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well.
Is that okay?
In other words, it is obvious to everyone that you made this costume. That's true. I saw the blueprints myself. Yeah, me too.
Could it be...
Then it's obvious the one who put this costume on and went around attacking everyone
That's terrible!
was Hero. Shall we tie him up and gag him?
Just the worst.
Good idea. We wouldn't want him killing anyone else. What? Tie me up? Hold on, guys. I think that's going a little far.
That's right.
He may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment. Yeah, that makes sense. This is why he was wrestling Hifumi. And the true Blackened would be technically Hifumi. Even if Hifumi's dead, he would be the true Blackened because he made... No, he slept. Oh. Maybe he's lying to protect himself to say that he didn't kill Hifumi, but he saw Hifumi kill Taka, then he was drugged, put in the suit, and chased after Hifumi, which he then killed, or tried to kill at least. Yeah, I mean, attacking blueprints? I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
What the heck?
You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them. But what? Killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake hero running around.
What are you saying?
You're the only one who can wear this costume. So, who else could possibly be the costume attacker? How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on for yourself before you convict me.
Okay.
Fine. If you're gonna be a jerk about it, I will. Without missing a bit, Hina started putting on the Robo costume.
Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is? I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
Maybe he didn't.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me!
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right?
That picture is
I
so
mean,
wacky.
It seems pretty clear that nobody but Hero could have fit into this dumb costume.
In a huff, Hina took the suit back off again.
Ah.
Well, now you're all out of excuses. No, see, it's because you're a girl. If it was another guy, then... Makoto, go ahead. Okay. Against my will, I picked up the pieces on the floor and tried putting them on. It's no good. The arms are too long, then no way I can wear this.
Just a second!
See, I told you it was impossible. You're absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to fit Hero's body exactly.
But...
Then... there is another costume. There must have one that looks the same. Fits them.
Honestly.
If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
what the heck?
Evidence? You claim there is another suit, yes? Then you must find it, and show it to us. What the heck?
Just the worst.
Who cares? Hero's the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway. Unless Junko survived. Because Junko, Junko is the other person who has knowledge of clothing. And especially fitting because she was a model. Which would be a general stereotype, wouldn't it? Because just because she's wearing the things doesn't mean she knows how to make them.
That's terrible!
Which is how we know it was him. I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Could someone, tell me? Robo Justice's costume has been added.
What the heck?
If you don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured out that someone's been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, who was it? Well, 2 people were killed. Taka and Hifumi. What? 2 people?
Just the worst.
Why are you freaking out? You did it. I did not. Wait, hold on. If those 2 are the ones that were killed.
How about that?
That's it. I know who did it.
So then,
You may as well tell us then.
Hmm.
Taka and Hifumi were fighting over Alter Ego, right?
I'm at least
Which means
30%
Alter
right.
Ego and Ultra must have done it.
correct.
I see. That's unfortunate.
Please.
Unfortunate?
What the heck?
Stop trying to trick us. Just admit that you did it, okay? I'm telling you, you got it all wrong.
Oh, so then.
I know. That note. Note? Last night someone slipped a weird note under my door, and here's what it said. I found a hole, maybe we can use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let us meet in the rec room at 1 AM. But the last thing I remember is going to the rec room, then for some reason I fell asleep.
Hey.
The real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
Not a chance.
So,
No, hold on. It could be onto something. The nurse's office didn't have chemicals that could do that. But, really? I told you, someone's trying to set me up. A secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone wrote all that to trick me. Even if that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you. Well, after being trapped here so long, even if you know that's a lie, you're still gonna check, right?
Yeah!
They preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me. I still don't buy it.
Don't be mean.
Well, you should buy it.
just a second.
Okay, then show us that note.
Hmm.
With pleasure. I have it right here in my,
No way.
pocket. Looks like I lost it. Yeah, sure.
Please.
Always this please. Please, you gotta believe me. I wouldn't try to fly. As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must proceed. Produce evidence. Can you show us the note? I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason. What the heck, for serious? Yes, a hero's account. Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before our class trial begins. Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it.
What the heck?
Why did you kill them? Tell us, hero. No, it's like I said.
Just the worst.
Was it really to get money? The money Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. You must be totally broken, that's why. What a that's a false accusation. Someone help me.
Insane.
Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you. If you have time to yell and carry on, you have time to search for your evidence, right?
What?
You're right. I need to look for the second suit and that note. Feet, don't fail me now. I guess I'd better get back on guard duty. I was gonna ask Toko or Genocide Jack to switch with me. But if she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Well, bye. One by one, everyone peeled away. Makoto, do you have a second? Huh? I want you to help me with the
It would
investigation.
seem...
It looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground. Sure, I don't mind helping. But can you promise me something? Later, when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No. To reject me simply is to reject me so simply.
Anyway,
Anyway, I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Okay,
shall we go?
thanks. Now then, shall we?
Hey,
So, Makoto, first, I'd like to examine the corpses. Examine the corpses? Can't believe I'm hearing that from a girl the same age as me.
correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living.
Hey,
Wouldn't you agree? How am I supposed to answer?
anyway,
we have to hurry before the class trial begins again. Yeah, you're right. Okay then, show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository. And then I guess we should head that way for now. Oh really, now I can run again? I'm on the second floor, right, so I can just run past here. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, that way. This is the way I wanted to go. Let me take a sip real quick. Running to the repository. It must have been Hifumi or Taka, but I think rather Hifumi. Taka. For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid, but only for a moment.
So then...
Well then, let's get started. She crouched next to Taka and without hesitation began poking and prodding the bodies.
I knew it.
Oh no, okay, so they are killed, they are dead. The Monokuma file was right. They were killed using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth. She was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable.
I see.
Makoto, I found something. You did?
Hey.
You remember the wristwatch Taka always wore in his left hand? You did?
Phew.
Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? No, that's not it. Anyway, you said he had a
So
watch.
then.
Take a look. It's broken. You can see the hands aren't moving. It most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. And if you notice, the hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock. So that would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6.
That's right.
But last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. Hey you! How long have you gotta keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he started pointedly towards his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls. I know that's not the voice I gave him. Well, he's dead anyway, so... And he, isn't Super Saiyan anymore, so... So if it worked at 10 last night, it couldn't have been broken at 6 PM. Meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning. Broken wristwatch.
However...
And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. He appears to be gripping something. You're right. There's something white in there.
Makoto.
Can you try and pry it out? Me?
Because...
Rigor mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? Okay. As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. The ice-cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from this tightly clenched fist. A piece of paper?
Hey.
That is all he had in his hand. Yeah, that's it. Just a little scrap of paper. Doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it?
Is that right?
I wonder about that. Kyoko then turned to Hifumi's body.
So then...
Let's check Hifumi's body now. Perhaps he has left us a few clues of his own. Scrap of paper. Fine. The biggest problem I have right now is how the killer was able to move Hifumi's massive corpse from the nurse's office where he was discovered to here the repository, all the way from the first floor to the third floor without noticing it. I just can't think how it's possible. Didn't I just do it? Oh yeah, that's what I already did. I have to talk to her again. So, did you find anything? I did. More than expected, to be honest. Look at this. Water paper.
That's right.
Hifumi had it hidden on him. Hidden?
Indeed.
He'd stuffed it in his pants, so I can only assume he'd hidden it on purpose, you see. His pants? Wait, so you...
Why is that?
It was just his pants. Not like his socks or something. Yeah, his socks. I don't know what that means.
Hey.
Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, open it up. When I think of how it was stuffed down his pants, it's like... It better be important, Hifumi, or I'll never forgive you for this. A note? I found a hole. Maybe we can use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out. Okay.
So...
That sounds very familiar. That's it. It's the same thing Hiro said. Then he was telling us the truth.
However...
Although, it's not exactly the same, is it? Weird note under my door. Okay. Rec room, yeah. The time is different. Hiro told us that his note is set to meet at 1 AM. But the note they wrote to Hifumi asked him to meet at 6 AM.
Is that right?
Hold on. Just because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean it wasn't meant for him. It was meant for him. Huh?
So...
Part of it has been torn off, right? I think there's like some meaning here. Yeah, it's from Taka, you told it off. There's some meaning to part of being ripped. Could you maybe explain it a little more? Think carefully.
Hey.
Why would he have be clutching a scrap of paper so tightly? I have no idea.
So then,
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? And now, and how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer. I know that already.
Hey.
And while we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The two victims this time definitely had the e-handbooks on them, so the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Not that there was any reason to think they were connected to the killings in the first place. So you're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time,
is
right?
that right?
If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. All I said was that they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may be some point, however, where the handbook may play a role. A handbook may play a role? I don't think I understand. But if Kyoko thinks it's important, I'd better keep it in mind. E-handbook, okay. Class trial. Come on. But I will end the episode after this, I think.
Are you excited? Are you pumped?
Yes.
It's time for the class trial to begin!
Fine.
Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death.
Oh, how poetic,
And
Monokuma.
so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot. Make your way to the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
See you soon.
It would seem...
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is why our investigation comes to an end. You'll have to figure out the rest for yourself and come to a proper conclusion. Yeah, you're right.
Shall we go?
Well, we'd better get going. Okay. So, once again, we stand before a class trial, and I will end the episode here, because the class trial will be way longer than I want it to be, actually, I think at least. So, I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Sleepy, and have a good night.